Hello everyone and welcome to the Opportyounity Life Podcast. I am Miko and today we're going to do a little recap of everything that we have learned until now. So this is going to be the last episode of Season 1. I'm going to be taking a short break and I will be back with Season 2 for you. The topics that we have talked about until now, one of them was gratitude, being thankful for what we have in our lives, even for the small things or the so we think are small things like running water or the sun shining or the birds singing in the distance, things like that. Then we talked about passion and purpose and how we can define what we're really passionate about by listening to the senses that are triggered in our bodies when we're doing things that we love. We talked about how veganism helped someone heal from her autoimmune disease. We talked about somatic healing. So this is a combination of feelings and emotions and how you can define what emotions are triggering certain sensations in your body and how you can use them to release the emotional triggers. We had another guest telling us about unschooling and how she's letting her kids feel painful emotions and really let them cry it out. We also explored the realms of astrology to guide us through the day and praying directions to increase the power of our prayers. We talked to another person about individual power and creativity and how this can be channeled to change the world for the better. And the last guest we had was talking about journaling, which is the topic that I want to go deeper in today with you. So journaling seems to be a trend that has come up over the last few, I would say years, but it has become more and more present. More and more journals have been coming out. More and more people started journaling. So what is behind this trend? I'm going to list a few reasons that are going to explain why it can actually benefit you to include this into your life. One of the most famous journal examples is probably the one from Anne Frank. She used her journal for one of the main reasons why people use journals, just to simply release your emotions and to have someone to talk to. So Kitty, her journal, was there as a best friend. She gave it a name, she talked to it like she would to someone she loved. Even though she was basically talking to herself, she felt less alone. She also felt like she could release her emotions, her feelings onto the pages, which is something that a famous priest called Dandapani is actually explaining very well. He's saying that the reason why parents keep drawings of their kids on the fridge, for example, and why no one else would put that in an art gallery is because of all the emotions of the kids that have flown onto that paper. It's all the love that you can see in them and all the care and pride and happiness that they want to share with you. The way that he explains the power of writing with a pen and paper is similar to this. The child is transferring all of their positive energies onto that piece of paper, and you can do the same with your negative energies, your negative emotions, your traumas, even if it's just something that you would consider as not so big. You write it down on a piece of paper and you release everything you feel about it with all of your senses. What you've heard, what you've seen, what you've touched, what you've felt, whatever it is, you write it down on a piece of paper. And through your nervous system, your emotions are being transferred into your hand onto that piece of paper. The importance of actually using a pen and paper instead of typing on your computer has been shown in many studies. It shows that similar brain regions seem to light up as when practicing meditation. Apart from that, you have less distractions through technical devices, and it can just be you, your thoughts, and your journal. Keeping a journal has been suggested more and more to people that suffer from stress and anxiety. Not only does it release negative energy, but it also helps you come up with solutions. So sometimes you would repeat things over and over again, and things would become more clear once you write it down. So if you start writing morning pages, for example, and you sit down every morning, you grab your journal, and you just start writing down whatever comes to your mind. If there's a certain topic that is stuck in your mind, if it continuously repeats, and if you continuously think that this is the solution, but the outcome is always not as effective as you would wish it would be, you would at some point think to yourself, maybe I should reconsider my approach. Because as we all know, if we listen to Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. A diary basically helps you to be more critical about yourself, to observe and reflect on your actions and to see why you're reacting to certain situations, to see how to change these behaviors, and to grow into the person that you would like to be on a daily basis. If you're one of the people who has a bit of a difficulty getting started of just simply writing freely and you don't have a clue of what to write about, go online and find yourself some questions to reflect upon. In the Opportyounity Life Journal, you will have daily questions to ask yourself. Some can be answered in a general manner, others are going to be more targeted towards the goals that you've set yourself. Which brings us to a next point of why journals are a great tool for your happiness and health. They help you set goals and keep you organized. Defining a goal or having a vision in life is going to help you move towards a certain direction. It doesn't mean that this goal cannot change. It doesn't mean that you have to stick to it no matter what, but it gives you a sense of where you're going. If you're just floating around life and you don't have anything to look forward to, life tends to become a bit monotonous and you might even feel like something is missing. So the goals don't have to be big, but you should have something that you're going towards. Because we all have had different experiences in life and because we're all in a different point in time in life, the Opportyounity Life Journal was structured in a way to reach everyone. So if someone has taken good care of their physical health and their environment, so if you're exercising regularly, if you're taking care of your nutrition, and if you've organized your environment in a way that suits your needs and your desires, then you might want to move towards the energy side of things. So the physical aspect has been taken care of. Now let's take a look at your energy. What about your breathing exercises? Are you doing them regularly? Are you spending enough time in nature and really connecting back with it? And are you including flowing movements into your daily routines? These are just a few examples of what the energy layer is about. But basically, the journal that I've created is really targeting wherever you are at the moment, and that's where you can get started. And that is what journaling is about. You need to make it your own. If you're not happy with the layout, with the design, or anything like that, then you're not going to be enjoying the process of journaling as much. So if you're someone that loves to cut out things and stick it into your journal, do that. Make yourself a huge vision board of where you want to go. Find the things that give you goosebumps. Find the things that give you the butterflies in your stomach. Just go towards your passion and believe that you can. So for that, using a journal, writing down your goals step by step, really writing down every little detail about it, how you want to reach it, that's what it's going to help you with. And writing, visualizing, seeing how it is going to play out. If you're writing down your goals, write them down in the present tense. Write them as if it has already happened. Don't underestimate the power of believing something or visualizing something and really intensely feeling all of these feelings. Because the brain actually cannot differentiate about things you physically do and things you visualize. Studies have shown that muscles have developed even though people have only thought about doing exercises. Basketball players have increased their aiming capabilities simply by visualizing it. And some actor, like Jim Carrey, for example, has actually achieved their goals of making millions just by writing himself a check as if it has already happened. One more thing you can think about integrating into your daily journaling are habits and routines. There are plenty of habit trackers out there which are going to help you to structure your day. You get to organize yourself and build new habits to then make routines out of it. So you can have a morning routine, an evening routine, a gym routine. All of those are compiled of habits that you have created. Apparently, it takes up to 3 months to create a habit. For some, it might be less. For some, it might be more. but just see how you feel about it and don't overdo it. At the beginning, stick to small habits that you can actually implement into your life. So if you are one of the people that have a hard time starting a new habit, start very small. If you want to start integrating meditation into your day, start with only 2 minutes. This way, the likelihood of you overstepping those 2 minutes every day is pretty high. And even if you don't, you can still be super proud of yourself that you have managed to accomplish your 2 minutes daily meditation goals. I will upload a PDF for you, which is one of the pages of the journal, which you can do on a daily basis. It includes an action plan and space to self-reflect your day. The things that I suggest to track on a daily basis are the quality of your sleep, the amount of hours you have slept, how you feel throughout the day, and even the moon phases and the weather. High quality sleep is one of the most important things to lead a healthy and happy life. Tracking the weather, your mood, and the moon can already give you a little bit of an insight of what you might have to look into to improve your sleep quality. The reason why I'm suggesting to look at the moon as well is because things that are happening to the moon tend to also happen to ourselves. Especially women might feel this a little stronger, some might feel it more, some might feel it less, but it can in part be compared to our female cycle. For example, during full moon, which would be our female ovulation, that's when we have our highest energy. It's the time of fulfillment, increased sexuality, high energy, inspiration, and socializing. The waning moon period is close to our luteal phase in the female cycle, which is the slowing down phase. The maturing, the stepping back, looking at the situation, identifying problems, and use our abstract thinking. When it's time for the new moon, which is our menstruation, we are having the reflective phase. So we're processing things internally, we're creatively reviewing, we're sensual, we're intuitive, we're sensitive, and it's the time to let go. The waxing moon, our follicular phase, is the rebirth, the time for independence, learning, mental focus, physical endurance, and manifesting new projects. Before you judge this process without trying it, simply observe the moon and how it has an effect on you for the next few weeks or even months, and then you can make a decision if this is helping you or not. The PDF I have uploaded also includes some tick boxes, including deep breathing, meditation, heartfelt I am grateful, and flowing movements or exercises. So for the deep breathing, you choose a breathing exercise that you enjoy doing. And again, only set yourself the limits that are achievable for you. If it's only 1 minute, do it for 1 minute, but do it every day. That is the key to building habits. You have to be consistent. Meditation as well. Choose a guided meditation for the beginning. Work your way to silent meditation. Start with 1 minute, work your way to 5 or 10 minutes a day. Start small and work your way upwards. For the heartfelt I am grateful, you have 3 boxes. Those 3 boxes mean that you have to find at least 3 things that you are grateful for. Some people like to write it down like a gratitude journal. Others simply like to feel the gratefulness. So I'm one of the people, I like to visualize what I'm grateful for and feel it with all of my senses. That is the really important part. No matter if you're writing it or if you're simply feeling it, you have to go into all of your senses and feel it in your bones. For the last daily do's, you can choose between flowing movements and exercises. So flowing movements means things like yoga, qigong, tai chi, everything that has a bit of a deeper philosophy behind it, but gets your body moving. On the other hand, you also have exercises which are more cardio oriented, so things that power you out. So also depending on your mood, how you feel, you simply choose which one feels right for you today. Combining either of the two with spending time in nature is giving you extra happiness and health brownie points. So consider, even if you're just taking a walk in nature, to really include nature into your day. On the right side of your daily do's, you have your top 3 goals that you write down for the day in the present tense. And you're also using the visualization aspect that I talked about earlier. So really feel and see those goals happening. Above that, you have 3 points, which is next to the quality of sleep, which goes from 1 to 10. And those 3 points are for the ladies out there. So here you can measure the amount of your period, which is 1 is very gentle, 3 is very heavy. If you don't have any, then you just leave it empty. And if you're familiar with the fertility method and you know when you have your ovulation, then you can simply draw a line through one of those circles to make sure that you know, oh, okay, this is the time that I have had my ovulation. The page is divided into an AM action plan and a PM self-reflection. So your day is divided into 2 aspects. The first part of it, in the morning, you're going to set yourself the goals, you're going to do all of your routines, and you can ask yourself, what good can I do today? How can I grow or improve? So you choose which one you want to answer and which direction you want to go in for the day. According to that, you should also think about today's affirmation. What do you need to feel today? Do you need to feel beautiful? Do you need to feel powerful, strong, energetic, happy, joyful, full of passion? Whatever it is, you choose your affirmation. Choose words that you feel you need to hear today. And be the person that loves you the most. So if you have a difficult time doing that, pretend you are someone that you're deeply in love with and think about the words that you feel they need to hear today. And then say it to yourself. Repeat those words as often as you want and need, and make that your leading quote for the day. In the evening, you take some time to reflect on your day. You ask yourself about today's wins. What were you successful in doing today? Even if it's just getting out of bed, great, just write that down. Don't worry about anyone judging you. This is only for yourself. Whatever it is, find at least one thing that you're proud of yourself today. The last 2 questions to ask yourself daily are, what did I learn today and how can I improve? We're here to grow, we're here to learn, and this is how you do it. By reflecting, by seeing what is working, what is not working, and by changing your patterns, your habits, your reactions, all of that. In the journal itself, you will have a goal section, a vision board, habits and routines section, so there is much more to it. But for this episode, let's stick to the AM action plan and PM self-reflection. More is going to come in season 2 of the Opportunity Life podcast with many more guests and many more informations on how to become your happiest and healthiest self. So right now we have end of July. The journal is going to be in print very soon, and as soon as it arrives here, I have no idea how long the shipping is going to take. Hopefully not that long, but then you're going to be able to order it online. So stay tuned on Opportunity through Instagram, Facebook, or my website to receive one of the copies of the Opportunity Life Journal. If you're not yet familiar with deep breathing exercises, meditation, gratitude, and things like that, there's going to be a course that you can purchase alongside the journal. Everyone, I wish you all the best, and please take care of yourself during the quarantine. Take this time that you have right now to do this self-healing, self-work, and everything that you need to do to reach your inner happiness and bliss. Lots of love, and hear you soon.